Before we dive into the gear and skills, let's talk about the key stats and mechanics of this build. First, you'll need to focus on plus area of effect, AoE, to maximize your clear speed. Second, stack cold damage and extra cold damage for your main attacks. Third, aim for 75% block chance to boost your survivability and damage. Finally, you'll need 230 spirit, which you can achieve through your helmet, shield, and amulet. Now, let's talk about the one-shot boss mechanic. This comes from the trimmed greaves boots. Here's how it works. When you kill an enemy, any excess damage, called overkill damage, is dealt to nearby targets within a 2-meter radius. This is what allows you to one-shot bosses. Next, let's talk about the blink mechanic. This is enabled by the temporalist armor chest. Blinking helps you move faster and farm more efficiently, but it doesn't contribute much to your damage. If you're on a low budget, you can skip the chest and focus on the trimmed greaves for damage instead. For your weapon, I recommend using the Cultist Hammer. This weapon gives you screen-wide AoE attacks, which is perfect for clearing packs of enemies. Look for a hammer with high physical damage and, if possible, plus level to melee skills. Now, let's break down the gear for this build. I'll go through each piece one by one. 1. Chest, Temporalist Silk Robe. The Temporalist Silk Robe is what allows you to blink frequently. Look for a chest with high resistances and a 3.3 second cooldown for maximum efficiency. For the helmet, you have two options. Option 1, use a standard helmet with balanced resistances. This is easier to manage, especially if you're using other unique items. Option 2, use the Gold Circlet, unique. This adds energy shield, but it makes balancing resistances harder. If you don't want to use a unique helmet, just choose resistances modifiers, plus strength, int, dex, life, and rarity for farming. I haven't found any unique gloves that work well with this build, so I recommend using rare gloves instead. Look for gloves with max resistances, plus level to melee skills, and added melee damage. A decent pair should cost around 3 divine orbs. For the belt you have two choices. Option 1, use the Headhunter belt to balance your attributes. Option 2, use the utility belt for more damage. I recommend the utility belt because it scales your damage better. For the rings here's what you need. First ring, use the Polkirkland Sapphire Ring Unique. This boosts your cold resistance and cold damage, and it works great with Herald of Ice for clearing packs. Second ring, use a rare ring with attributes to support your skill gem requirements. Also add resistances or chaos for better survivability. Your amulet should have the following stats: plus spirit, plus level to melee skills, and balance your resistances and attributes as needed. The trimmed greaves are the core of this build. Here's why. They have the overkill damage mechanic, which means any excess damage after killing an enemy is dealt to nearby targets. To trigger this on bosses, use Frost Wall, low level. The lower the level, the less health the wall has, so you can easily destroy it to deal overkill damage. For example, this is how I one-shot the Breach Seath, Tier 4, boss. Now, let's talk about the skill gems and how to set them up. You'll need 230 spirit in total, with 100 coming from your base stats and the rest from your helmet, amulet, and shield. Herald of Ice, 30 spirit, link it with these support gems, Elemental Focus, Cold Penetration, Cold Mastery, Long Shot and Culling Strike. Blink, 60 spirit, link it with these support gems, Ingenuity, Arcane Tempo, Energy Barrier, Grim Feast, 30 spirit, this skill boosts your energy shield for better survivability. Cast on Dodge, 100 spirit, link it with Frost Wall, level 9, and these support gems, Fortress, Icicle, Font of Rage, Spell Cascade. Main attack, melee, link your main attack with these support gems, Martial Tempo, Heft, Magnified Effect, Primal Armament, Cold Infusion. Now, let's go over the passive tree. Here are the key nodes you need, Area of Effect, AoE, and Area Damage nodes. Devastation, this gives you a huge boost to AoE. Beef and Brute Strength, these nodes give you strength and damage scaling. Giant's Blood, this allows you to use a two-handed weapon and a shield at the same time. Prism Guard, adds defenses and resistances. Block Chance nodes, aim for 75% block chance, which also gives you 75% increased damage. For duels, prioritize the following: attack damage, damage with maces, area effect, melee damage. If you have the budget, use Against the Darkness and Time Lost Diamond for extra cold damage and strength. I also recommend a Megalomaniac Diamond, costs around 6 Divine Orbs, to unlock Lay Siege or Doomsayer nodes. Strengths and weaknesses. Let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses of this build. Strengths: high burst damage for one-shotting bosses. Excellent AoE clear with Herald of Ice and Cultus Hammer. Great mobility with Blink and Temporalist Armor. Weaknesses: balancing resistances can be tricky, especially Chaos Resistance. Some of the unique items can be expensive. Budget-friendly adjustments. If you're on a low budget, here's what you can do. Skip the Temporalist Armor if you don't need constant blinking. Use rare items with high resistances and life for better survivability. Focus on Trimmed Greaves and Cultus Hammer for the core damage mechanics. That's it for this Warrior Titan build. I hope this guide helps you create a powerful and fun character. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.